All right. Hey, welcome back, everyone. As we were talking about earlier, about vacations, about New Year's resolutions, about not cutting someone's head off, we're going to discuss to you a little bit more about what we have in store for our fourth segment of 2018. Welcome back, everyone.
Woo-hoo. Thank you, Letty, for tuning in back to our Maria and Joe Live TV. And this is Maria.
And Joe.
Hey, welcome back. You know, we're not tired. You know what? We're still pumped up. We can actually...
we're excited. When we get together, we seem to have a lot of energy.
Yeah, I know.
And sometimes when we're talking on the phone, you get tired and dragged out from every day.
No, I never get tired. Remember?
Well, anyways, maybe I have a bad connection on the phone. Maybe that's what it is. But we're always live, and we often go out there and interview musicians and business owners, a lot of other people in our lives, and people who are making a difference. And we're going back into that this year. But right now, we're focusing on vacations and focusing on what?
Well, I want to ask you about your meeting with the mayor in California.
Sure. I'm retired Air Force, and I've been involved in a lot of veterans organizations.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was commander of the American Legion a couple of years ago, the American Legion and Veterans of Foreign Wars, we worked together with the Santa Maria's California City Council.
Say hi to the mayor.
How you doing? Alice Patino, Mayor Alice Patino in Santa Maria, California. Anyways, through our joint efforts, we're able to start a Hometown Heroes program for our veterans in the area. And even though I'm no longer commander of the American Legion, I've been commander of the Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 82 for many years, and we honored about 18 or 19 new veterans.
Oh.
And they made banners and hang them up down the street on College Avenue in Santa Maria. And we had a big party, celebration, award ceremony for them. And I was glad to be part of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to be part of them.
Well, good. Well, my banner's hanging up right now. It's coming down next week to make room for some of the other ones. But it's real important that we thank those. We thank those veterans. Some obviously were, some
I want to say
volunteered
thank
to be
you
there.
to Richard Pilar for tuning in.
All right, Richard, thank you. And some were drafted into the military. So regardless of if they volunteered or was voluntold, we still have to appreciate their efforts and what they were asked to do for their country.
Yes, sir.
So thank you, veterans.
Thank you.
If you're a veteran, I salute you.
Thank you. Thank you for your service to all men and women in uniform. And thank you to you, Joe, for your service. Thank you for Vanessa as well.
Absolutely.
Vanessa just actually turned 21 yesterday. She's in Vegas. So whenever you are celebrating your birthday here in Vegas, you're turning 21 again. So if you want to...
It seems to be every time you ask someone that's 21. How many years you been giving us that one?
I'm always 21. Anyways.
Exactly.
Anyways, this fourth segment, as we are accustomed to do all the time, is about what's going on to
the current events in
us.
the world, what's going on around us, because every day, every hour of every day, something changes that's affecting us.
Yes.
Now here in America, United States, as we know, just a couple days ago, the government had a shutdown.
Yeah, that's really devastating news, and it's really sad. And you know what I think? First of all,
what do you think?
It's actually the tax season. Who's gonna pay us taxes? Tax refund now.
Oh, brother. More importantly, Maria, those veterans who we just talked about, guess what? They didn't get paid.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You don't understand. We have civilians working for the Department of Defense.
I didn't mean that.
We have military soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Marines who are active duty.
Can I say something, please?
Sure.
All right. I want to take that back about the tax refund. I want the veterans and the people who's protecting us, protecting this world to get paid first before me. All right. That is just an impulse thinking about it, but I didn't really mean to say that. It's on the bottom of my heart.
It's a big deal. Some people will never actually feel, oh, government shut down, whoop-de-doo, how's it affect me? But some people it affects quite greatly in their families. So regardless of why we shut down, even though we're back on the progress of hopefully coming with a better budget for the next year, it can happen again. And we have to understand, unfortunately, our political leaders sometimes use it as a power play so they can try to get things done. You don't play with people's lives. You don't play with people serving the country. You don't play with people who are trying to make a difference. There are some things more important to take care of: the safety, health, well-being, security of your own country. And the rest can kind of wait, because there are priorities in every aspects of life. And we need to stop taking advantage of it or using it as power plays. But that's just one of the things that happened most recently.
Yeah, well, like what I said, stop thinking about ourselves. Let's think about, I was thinking earlier that this country just become a divided nation because of this politics being trying to, instead of looking on what's the goodness of the whole, the whole country, they're thinking about their own greediness and thinking about their position in the government instead of just looking what can we do to make it better.
Sometimes that happens. Once we're given a little bit of power, a lot of us want a little more. And then greed creeps into some people, and they just want even more. And it's frustrating to get things done sometimes in any leadership role. You can be a student body president, a mayor, a senator, the president of the United States. At every different echelon, every different level, there are challenges. And there are opportunities, to fail and really screw up. So let's pray for our leadership and make sure that they're doing what's right, and let us get out of their way and follow and just pray and support our leaders. And every few years we have an opportunity to vote to elect someone else if we don't like the job that they did. So, but in the meantime, let's support them and pray they're doing the right things.
Yes, well, that's all we can do, because like our president. I don't really want to be in the politics much, to be honest, because I am the kind of person that whoever is winning, I'll go with the winner. Whoever is losing, I don't want it. Does that make sense? But anyways, what I meant was I'm always in the middle. I support anybody who need my support.
Would you vote for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You're running for mayor?
I'm running for something. I'm usually just running for women in general, but I'm always running.
Anyways, let me ask you this.
Yes.
So you were mentioning earlier, before we get into the show.
Sure.
You were telling me about, the government shutdown it's already actually.
Well, I didn't read it, but I think this morning they voted. The House and Senate voted to bring it back up, but there are a lot of people I know who couldn't go to work for a couple of days, or at least didn't get paid. It's back on. I have not heard of the final news what's going on, but feel free to share and text us and let us know.
Yeah.
Because even though it's important what's going on in the world, we shouldn't have to glue our eyes to the TV set or radio 24/7.
I don't.
We have to take time for ourselves, because regardless if our government's shutting down, regardless if you lose your job or food or a new leader's taking place or whatever, it's my job and your job to provide for our families.
Yes.
So regardless of the circumstances, the buck stops here. We can't blame other people if things aren't going our way.
Of course not. Yeah. Well, that is a norm. It's a human thing, I think.
It's a human thing.
Yes, where
want to point the finger and blame someone else.
Yeah, exactly. They just keep on blaming, like what happened when my sister passed away. So I'm trying to ask questions to find somebody to blame.
Sure.
And which is not, it's actually a norm, like what I said, especially when you're in pain.
When you're in pain, you just do whatever you can to take the focus off.
Yeah, yes, exactly. But anyways, yeah, that's greediness of a lot of our politicians, I guess,
Sure.
and all these politicians that they've been planting to the to the mind of a lot of our society, that actually make them think different ways than the truth, right? I mean, they actually tend to believe, because of what we see in social media, they tend to believe something else
Well,
than the
sure.
truth.
If
Yeah.
you say something so many times, even if it's false, you tend to believe it yourself.
Yes,
And
exactly.
anyone who listens to it over and over again and just thinks that's the truth. And we, as intelligent human beings, need to do
Am I
all.
intelligent?
Well, I heard that. Seen that. I see when you walk into her house on the door, it says "Home of Intelligent People." So I'm just assuming it's the full of intelligent people in her home and everywhere she goes. But let's do our own due diligence, our own research, and find out what's really going on in this world. I have an opinion. Maria has an opinion. Sometimes they mesh. Sometimes they're different. It's okay. Do your own research and let us know what you think. But real important, be respectful of each other.
Yes, be kind and be respectful.
Mhm.
And I was just telling my immediate family, all my family was in the Philippines. I told them that you have to look out for each other
Sure.
and start not thinking about yourself. Think about your cousin. Think about your sister, your brother. Even though you're suffering, if you can still actually give that help,
You can still give. You can still serve.
You
You can
can
still
still-
do something
Yeah.
for someone else
and
with
I
a
just
kind heart.
I am not normally the patient. I'm not really that patient. Well, I am, but I don't know. But for me, losing my sister actually kind of changed me.
Sure.
Let me put it this way: when I lose my dad 2 years ago, it's kind of changed me in different manner. I changed in different manner, and now that I lose my sister, I came back to the me again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To the real you.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to you, but what I'm trying to say is, I kind of realize things to be kind, to be nice.
That's true. Sometimes it takes some trauma in our lives, some episode, to make us think, to get us to rethink and keep us on the right path. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, well,
Sad.
I don't know if it makes sense to you, Joe, or makes sense
You
to
never
you.
make sense to me, Maria.
But what I'm trying to say is be kind. I start actually being the referee of my within my family now. I tend to tell my family to say, calm down. When for the past few years, it's my family who used to tell me, calm down.
The rules change.
Yeah,
The rules
exactly.
reverse.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
For the past few days, since I lost my sister, I tend to tell my family, okay, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
It'll be okay.
See, I know that a lot of my friends, exactly, whosa. Well, a lot of my family, a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
and a lot of people that know me, they know how I'm a tiger.
She's a tough one. She's a tough one.
All my employees called me the Filipina Chihuahua.
I believe it. I believe it very much. You
Hi.
guys watch out there.
Hi, Jeff Parsley. Thank you for tuning in, sweetheart. Thank you. Yeah, so you know what I mean now, right? That
I know exactly what you
I
mean.
totally changed since my sister passed away, because you know what I think, Joe, is it's really life is very short, and if you just keep on being that offensive tiger, rather than just be the defensive side, like, okay, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It is.
I think you actually using less energy than just keep on fighting, like just keep on actually. Is that the right word? Offensive, or they're trying to be?
Offensive or defensive. When you're either one takes a lot of energy, and you can kind of be passive in a way.
Yes, that's
to a point.
Yes.
So don't let anyone push you too much.
Oh no.
And always stand up for what's right.
Oh yeah, of course. What I'm trying to say is, I am the kind of person. Not really the kind of person. Don't get it wrong. Don't actually cross the line, because it can come out anytime. You know what I mean? That tiger, that chihuahua.
I do know what you mean.
That chihuahua, don't cross it. But what I'm trying to say is, I try to be more forgivable, more giving, more what else? All that kindness. That's not me. Okay, never mind.
Do your best to get better every day, and that's all we can ask.
Thank you, Joe.
Because we all have bad days.
You know me, Joe.
Yeah, we all have bad days. We all have circumstances and issues, and someone that cut us off in traffic. Road rage is real. Mm-hmm. We all have that someone to give us a remark or a look that can upset us throughout the day, and it's okay to be mad, but limit your madness. Limit your madness. Limit the time you're angry.
I love that madness. But let me ask you this again. About the government shutdown. So it's getting better. That's what you saw on the news recently, or
the government's back into business right now.
Are you sure about that? Certain?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
absolutely.
it's back on. Yay!
Absolutely.
I hope I have all our veterans will get paid, or our men and women in service who's protecting us will get paid right away, and the teachers. That's what I hope.
That's true.
I'm so worried yesterday when I found out on the news about that. I'm like, so how can my kids go to school? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah. So who's gonna teach them about our police officers, right?
Well, in some cases, when the government shuts down, we're shutting down the post office. We're shutting down our military. Yeah. We're shutting down other government programs. Some that are social services in some cases that might give out food stamps and welfare. I mean, that might not be a bad thing, but we're shutting down other services that they take a while to get back online. Nothing happens overnight. I could say, I don't like you today, and tomorrow I'll say I like you, but it takes time to develop that trust again. So even though the government might have only shut down one day and it came back, there are programs and some things that were offline for a little while and has to reboot. And people coming back into work. And what about those thinking, because they get a phone call. Don't come into work today. We'll let you know when it's okay to come. You come in, but you're not getting paid.
Yeah, you can come in. I was just kind of actually thinking all those things yesterday. So, I'm really glad to hear that the government is back on.
It's back on. Let's just pray they really work together and come up with some real solutions to the problems that we have.
Well, why is our government shut down?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Because the Democratic Society wanted to shut it down because of this thing called DACA.
So that is a blaming game again, right?
It's a power play. Okay, if you don't support this immigration program, the order's not going to approve your bill. It's a power play. It's a power play.
That's what you think, but
no, that's what it is.
All right. Besides those things, why our government should be shut down? Because of funds, right?
It's always because of funds. It's always we want to do everything for everyone, but we really only have so much money.
So if we don't have money, then the government shut down, right?
Yeah.
That's the main reason why.
We have to have an approved budget.
Approved, yes.
So even though we have a lot of things that have been approved over the years, maybe some military services, maybe, we approved $1 billion to go into this program. Mm-hmm. Great, we're all happy, but it doesn't mean the money's there to fund it.
So who actually approved those funds? It's our president, right?
Well, with it's all three branches of service. Mm-hmm. We have your House, your Senate. Right.
The executive, the legislative, and what's the other one? The government. No, there's three branches of the government.
There are.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. The executive first, which is our president,
that's the president, absolutely.
and then legislative, and what's the other one?
The House, the judicial. Absolutely, the judicial portion of our services. And it all takes money, and they're all supposed to come together and vote and come up with policies and laws and ideas that everyone can agree on.
Well, my point is, the reason why I ask you that is because, okay, so these three different branch of the government actually couldn't actually approve that fund because there's no money. Is that correct? I'm just actually talking in general, right? I'm not talking in...
There's money, but one side wants the money for this thing, and one side wants the money for something else.
I know.
So there's not enough for both.
Okay, so...
And sometimes when you split...
I understand.
I'll give you half and give you half. It's just not enough.
Yeah, I understand. So meaning the reason is because some of the money already designed or assigned to something else, so we cannot actually fund the other part, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, listen to what I'm just gonna say. You know me that I am in the middle. I never actually, I'm not against or with the president. Okay. My point is, this is just came up to my mind. I'm sorry, it's probably a dumb question, but I'm still gonna ask
question. Great question.
What I'm trying to say is,
yes.
I know you know what I'm gonna say, but I'm still gonna say it. Okay. President Trump is known as the billionaire. Have a lot of money. Why don't you just go ahead and fund it and sign that fucking Sorry.
Hey Maria, you got some money. Why don't you donate all your savings to somebody else?
My point was...
My point is, why should somebody who worked hard for their money just give it away?
No,
and he gives away millions of dollars a year already.
I know he does, but
and there's a lot of richer people than him.
When making decisions, sometimes when making decisions, especially when you are actually the executive, you're the president, is you don't want this to be shut down. Probably, okay, I'm gonna lend you the money. I know it's not as easy as it sounds.
Or legal.
It's legal, yeah.
No, it's not legal.
It's not legal.
He cannot loan you money from his. He cannot loan the government money.
I
don't
know, but it just came up to my mind, and it's because it's so. Like what I said, it's gonna be a dumb question, and probably it's a dumb question, but it's a question.
Most rich people, successful in any realm, and those even not so successful, give and donate something that they have. And most people make more money, just donate more. And sometimes it's to a good cause and maybe not so good cause. Depends on their own opinion.
I heard he donated his salary.
Oh yeah, he gets his salary way every quarter.
Did he donate it to charity or he donated?
He did it to the fire station and the National Forest Station a few months ago, and
fire station meaning
not a fire station, the Forest Service, because of all the fires going on.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I think before that he gave
the money.
Legal? Yeah.
Okay.
They have to give him a check, but then he went out and donated. I think the first time he donated the money to the Red Cross. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly.
Well, that's good to know. It's I don't know, but for me, having our government shut down, even just for a day or whatever, is kind of devastating news. And also, I seen it in the news yesterday that he said before, I think he won as a president, he said that if the government is shut down, it's a really negative effect to the president. It
makes him look bad.
Yeah.
It makes him look bad.
That's what he said. He said that.
Now realize you're talking about a couple of years ago. The president can't control the own budget. They shut down. It's the president's fault. He said that before he became president.
Yes.
And sometimes we don't realize how tough the job is until we're in that position. Mm-hmm. Now, this happens every few years. There's always, at the deadline, they approve the budget. This is the first time it's happened. It's happened several times, and every couple of years, they're late at night, midnight, and we don't know what's going to go on. And I'm sure it's going to happen again in the future. Hopefully, there's better guidelines put in place in the future.
It can happen anytime. And in fairness to him, getting this government shutdown came back right away. He's doing a lot of things. I'm not saying that he's not trying his best. All right, I'm not actually criticizing. I just want to know. I don't really listen to a lot of politics. That's the reason why I don't know. I am not a history. I don't like history, to be honest, and I don't want politics, science, what's it called, that subject?
Political science.
Yes, political science.
Okay.
So I'm not a fan of those. That's why I don't
really
know.
Quick, if we were to go back in the history and dig up maybe your birth records, how many years ago would that have been?
What was that?
Years ago, your birth certificate. When would that have been written?
He's trying to get. He's still keep on digging. How
I just talked about history.
How young? Hi, Dina Juan Domingo. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And my sister Marcia Ruiz. Hi, sweetheart. We're gonna actually stay on the video cam later. In a few minutes. And yeah, so I was saying earlier, in fairness to our president, he is just being a president for a year. So the funds is not his fault that the fund is not there, to be honest.
Well, that's true. I'm not going to talk about it right now. He's saved billions of dollars for America.
Yes,
already.
I've seen all those.
But just because you save money in this pot doesn't mean you can just move it automatically. It doesn't work that way.
Like what I said, it's unfortunate that it happens on his reign.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's going to be challenging the next year, and I just pray things get better.
Yes.
But we have to support whoever leader.
Do you watch the Super Bowl?
I have been boycotting the NFL since the first week of the football. Mm-hmm. And as we all know, because a lot of people knelt in protest. They want to say it's because of police brutality or unfairness, and that's okay.
Monk. Hi, Monk. Thank you for tuning in. And by the way, I will be doing your video pretty soon. I'm so sorry that actually it delayed this long. It's because there's a lot of things going on. Okay, go ahead. Football. No, the reason why I bring that up is because the Super Bowl is coming up, and do you know where it's gonna be?
Do I know where it's gonna be?
Yeah, I know.
I think Minnesota, Wisconsin, somewhere cold. It's always somewhere cold.
Yeah, I love cold too. But anyways, yes. So Super Bowl is coming up, and
who's playing?
I thought it's gonna be Minnesota, but did they won?
Is it the Vikings and the Patriots? I believe. It could be. I don't know 100% because I don't follow it, but it's hard to miss what's really going on in this world.
Eagles and Patriots.
The Eagles, right.
That's what
the Philadelphia Eagles
and
the New England Patriots are going to go at it. It should be a good one. I probably won't be watching it, but of course I'm going to catch the highlights like everyone else.
I'm not going to watch it anymore. I thought it's Vikings. What happened to you, Vikings?
They had a good year.
Yeah, the best year so far.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
People stop watching football so much. Different teams are starting to step up.
Yeah, I stopped watching too. When you told me that you stopped watching it, I stopped it.
I thought you stopped years ago. Back when you were, how many years ago? When you were 5?
Anyways, yeah. So congratulations to the Eagles and Patriots, and it's gonna be next year. In 2 weeks.
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And no, it's 2 weeks. And yeah, for those football fans out there, remember, Raiders is coming to Vegas, so everything is prices are going up high. So the best way to vacation in Vegas and to actually secure your room in Vegas when Raiders are coming, and CES, electronic shows, and New Year and July 4th and every prime time is to
check with her.
Check with this too.
There you go.
Do you want to know why? Give us a call or message us.
Give us a call. We're all about vacationings and vacations and making sure your experiences are better and more memorable. That you have a darn good time and want to do it again.
Yes.
And save some money along the way.
Yes, save money along the way. You can actually vacation more than how you think to vacation.
Really?
Yeah, you can vacation actually.
How many times a year can you vacation?
Well, in the United States, 7 days.
You're on 7 days vacation a year?
A lot of people, or 99% of the population in the United States, they vacation 7 days a year.
Wow.
In Europe, I believe, if I'm not 72 days. Or no. Something, yeah, I know it's a long, they go vacation so long.
Probably less stress.
Yeah, that's why they live longer.
There you go.
I want to live longer.
You heard it right
No,
here.
I don't want to live longer.
If you doubled how long you lived from that point to now, how many years would that be?
It's still trying. I'm still trying. Hi, Sherry Cabaring from Kauai. Oh my God, we have a lot of viewers from Kauai. See, people, if you guys want a vacation, if you go vacation to Kauai, for only one person, you're thinking about $8,000. Bring $8,000 to actually make your 7-day vacation. But with me and Joe, you can actually go with a minimum. Yes,
We'll hook you.
I was gonna say it, but yeah, that's gonna be next episode. Right?
Yes, right. Anyways, I'm continuing to boycott the NFL, and I hope the National Football League doesn't screw it up again this coming year. So you have a lot of fans and you're losing them. Come on, guys. It's time to turn it back around. Let's have a great time.
Yes, well, that's the end of our week episode, vacations episode, and we continue this every single week.
Every week, we're going to come up with something. We're going to talk about someone. We're going to show you something new. We're going to share an experience. And we might even get it right. Who knows? Let us know what you want to see.
Yes, and let us know what you guys want to see and what topic you want to hear from us.
Right. All right. Thank you once again, everyone. We look forward to seeing you out there, and let us know how we can better serve you. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We forgot that this is Maria and John.
Okay, this is Maria, and this is Joe.
Oh, whatever.